So the first few episodes of Chad Powers has been released on Hulu, and my first thought after watching them was that this show's premise feels unsustainable. This is a show about a disgraced college football star who seeks redemption by walking on to a South Georgia college football team. But in order for him to do this, he has to disguise himself so that no one will recognize him. This is the kind of thing that would be impossible, especially in 2025. The second thought I had was that Glenn Powell, who was 36 years old, was not the right person for a role like this. I believe the story needed someone much younger to pull this off. This show very badly wants to follow in the footsteps of Apple TV's Ted Lasso, but the story isn't that one. Neither are the characters that were created. Jason Sudeikis created Ted Lasso from a character he developed for NBT Sports commercials promoting the Premier League in 2013. Now, he and his co-creators expanded the initial concept into a series drawing inspiration for the character's personality and speech patterns from Sudeikis' own high school basketball coach. And Ted Lasso is a story about an American football coach who gets hired by a fledgling English soccer team to coach a sport he's never played or coached before. That's certainly a crazy situation, but it's not an impossible one, especially since the owner had planned for the team to suck as a way of getting revenge on her ex-husband. And that story could have gone as long as the team owner decided she wanted Lasso there, or until Lasso decided he had had enough and decided to go back to the States, which we ultimately know he does. Eli Manning created the character Chad Powers for a 2022 segment on his ESPN Plus docuseries Eli's Places. For the skit, Manning went undercover donning a disguise to participate in Penn State's walk-on football tryouts as the quirky but talented quarterback Chad Powers. So right away, you have a different characterization of the show's main characters, because Eli Manning isn't playing Chad Powers here like Jason Sudeikis does Ted Lasso, but that's not the real issue. The real issue is that you have to suspend your disbelief past the point of being acceptable, in my opinion, in this case. And unless the 6-episode season is the only season, I just don't believe the premise can survive much longer than that. I mean, how long can we expect a 28-year-old Russ Holliday to pretend to be Chad Powers at a school that he would have to present identifying documents like a driver's license and even transcripts to enroll at, with a face he can't take off or get wet, and an accent he has to be careful not to drop? I suppose that's the hook of the show, though, right? What happens when he's finally found out? And the end of the series should come when we figure out what he's learned from all this, whether that be in 4 more episodes or not, which is the overlying issue. Listen, this show is zany and it's even charming in a lot of the ways that Ted Lasso is. But the difference is that Ted Lasso was a story that had legs. This one unfortunately doesn't. And due to the fact that I can't find anything that posits this show as a miniseries, even with only a 6-episode first season, I just wonder how many episodes it'll be before the magic of this story evaporates and reality comes calling.